בשם הראשון יצא הצליח. This morning's topic is regarding about Shmirat Shabbat, and there is as we know, the whole concept of keeping Shabbat is if somebody keeps Shabbat, right? There's going to be a lot of bracha coming to him and to her and the family and the entire world. So there is a memory here by the zohar in Parsha Yitro, which Yitro is the Parsha that is coming up, right? We have the Shabbat. There's a Rabbi Yitzchak gives an explanation about this in depth, and it's very fascinating how this barachot come from the Olamot Shel Elyon to this world. I explained it very in detail, right? So here we go. It starts from here. Zohar Yom Shabbat lekadesho. So you should remember Shabbat and to sanctify it, right? So the Rabbi Yitzchak Amar Ketiv Vayivarech Elokim Yom HaShivi'i that HaKadosh Baruch Hu blessed the seventh day, right? וכתיב בזמן ששת ימים תכרתו וביום השביעי שבת לא תהיה בו. So he says, on Shabbat, they say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu told the Klal Yisrael when they were in Midbar that on the 6 days they are allowed to go and collect all the man. In the Midbar, but on the Shabbat they cannot do it because there was no man available at the time. So the question is asking why not. כיוון דלא משתכח מזונת, כיוון בשבת לא נמצא בו מזונות כשלא יצא מנדור כאילו ירד המן בשבת. Because there was no man coming on Shabbat. יהיה מאיזה טעם שיהיה, for whatever reason, כן פועלים מוכרח שאין ברכת היום במזונות, כי אינו הייתה הברכה לצורך מזון בני אדם ודאי היה יורד המן בשבת. So he says, from here, there's a very good proof that there's no bracha that of the bracha of the man didn't come because it was not coming that day, because you won't get the bracha gashmiut from a man on that day. So that day on Shabbat is something very special that you don't get you get no physical food on that day, but and there's a reason for it that we don't get it, right? מה בחודש ככה באש? מהי הברכה שמצד בו שעליך נאמר ביום השביעי? So if there is no man, right? So we are saying that HaKadosh Baruch Hu blessed Yom Shvi'i, right? So what is the bracha then? There was no man. So we would think that on Shabbat, if we would have think the other way around. So since HaKadosh Baruch Hu says HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave the bracha, we should have seen man only on Shabbat and not the other way, and we see the other way around. People were getting man every day except Shabbat. So what is so special about this bracha? That's how Rabbi Yitzchak opens up and says. Now this is a little bit deep, but I try to explain it so we understand this subject very well. Okay, so Ela Hachatan, but this is how we learn. Ki kol bracha de Elo Tata b'Yom HaShivi'i Tanya. We should know all the brachot, right? Whether in the spiritual realms, which we talk about Olamot Shel Elyon, and whether the Olamot Tachtonim, which we talk about this world. It all comes from keeping Shabbat. When a person keeps Shabbat, those brachot come from that day. Betana. Why didn't there was no man on the seventh day, which is Shabbat? Mishum hahu yoma mitbaracha mine kol shita yamim ela'in. The reason is, which we know already, that all the 6 days, the days get blessed through Shabbat. That's what it is. Now he explains what happens in the Olamot Shel Elyon. What happens on every Shabbat, right? When we keep Shabbat, certain actions happen in Shemayim. Okay, so he explains it. לפי שיום ההוא שהוא השבת מתברך ממנו כל ששת ימים העליונים. So we have 6 days of Elyonim in Shemayim. Okay. which we're gonna expand on this. Shehem Shesh Tzeviyot Elyonim, that we're referring to Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Nesa, Chod, Yesod. Those 6 days are being blessed, and the other one they're from the Zerampin. So we are talking about to just give a small introduction to this, which we already talked about before, but I think it's good to review it. There is like a Zerampin and Malchut. The Zerampin is like a big neshamot, right? Once I answered the time in the beginning, so you have to imagine there's like a big neshama is Zerampin, and Malchut is another big neshama, and there's like a Zerampin is a male aspect of it, and Malchut is a female aspect. And usually we get a bracha, everything is happening here, we get through Malchut, which is the female part of this neshama, right? So understanding this, now he's saying, but the way it works is Zerampin, which is the male neshama, gives the bracha to the Malchut, and Malchut gives it to the Oyonim Tachtonim, which is we receive it here, and that's how it works. Okay, so he says Ki Yom HaShabbat. So he says those 6 days that we have in the weekdays are considered 6 days of the what we call Vav Kesavot. 6 angles, which means Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod of what Zerampin. Those aspects of the Sefirot, they receive bracha on that day. So from where they receive the bracha, he's going to explain. Okay, which is basically it's from Bina. Bina is a higher level of the Sefirot. Again, above Zerampin Malchut, we have Chokhmah Bina, what we call Abba Ima, which are the higher Sefirot, which are again the male aspect and female aspect. Chokhmah is the male aspect, Bina is the female aspect, or we say Abba Ima, which is the same thing. Abba is the male aspect, and Ima is the female aspect. Okay, so we get those Vav Gesavot, they receive the bracha, right, from where? From Bina. Okay, so now by understanding this, now Ki Yom HaShabbat Shoresh Bebina. So the Yom Shabbat, they say, if you want to understand it very well, they say Shabbat means Olam Haba. Okay, Shabbat is if you really try to observe Shabbat and really keep the Shabbat in the right way, is a sample of Olam Haba. So Olam Haba is another term for Bina. Another term for Bina is Olam Haba. So if you understand that, now you understand it says Shabbat, the Shoresh Shabbat is what? Bina. So if you understand that aspect of it, now you understand that the blessing it comes when it says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives a bracha, is giving the one, is giving bracha through Bina, which is Ein Sof, Mitlabesh. It clothes him, he encloses himself to the different Sefirot, and he comes down to this, we call it Ein Sof. So it's there, and it's giving the bracha through Bina to the Vav Kesavot Desert. Am I making myself clear?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So he says, Sheba Mokor Kol Brachot. So he said, Bina is a Mokor of all Brachot. That's why all these Vav Kesavot are getting the bracha on Shabbat, right? Lachen, Mitbarachim Ayeda Chesed Gevurah Tiferet Netzach Hod Yesod is Hamondu Tachleha. So those Vav Kesavot, right, which is Chesed Gevurah Tiferet Netzach Hod Yesod, is that they get the blessing from it and they receive it because it's under it, under Bina. Bechol Chad V'Chad Yahim Bezon Yetata, and they give the blessing to the corresponding days. Okay, so according to Sod, Yom Rishon, Yom Sheni, Yom Shlishi, each day has a corresponding to one of these of Kesavot. First day is Chesed, Sunday, Monday is Gevurah, Tuesday Tiferet, and so forth, so on until we get to the Yesod. Because each of those days are corresponding to one of those days. So right now, that we're learning, we're doing Tikkun, like they say, it's very important to learn Thursday night, right? We only Yesod Ezah. We are Yesod Ezah, which is the most important part. Okay, that's why the Chachamim say the person should do learning on Thursday night, right? That's the whole concept, right? Because it's the most important day of the week, which is
Because it
Friday.
receives everything from above, no?
Right, but Yesod is the most important part of the Sefirot. Chesed, Gevurah, Yesod, Nefach, Hod, Yesod is the most important one, right? So he said, so they get all of it and they give it to the people below us. Kol echad beyomo. Every day there's one of them is they have a shlita on it. מההוא ברכה מתברכים ביום השביעי. ומות הברכה שכל אחד מהם מתברך ביום השביעי. So each of those days they get blessing from where they get the source of bracha. They get from the Yom Shvi'i, which is Bina, and then because of that, right, all these are being blessed. So that's why on Shabbat there was no man, there was no need, because from the Bina it gives the bracha and it comes to the on the sixth day you receive it. That's what he's saying. Okay, Chesed is the first. Is had a shelita on the first day. Mashpia Rav Chesed b'Malchut. Now you might want to know where is Malchut in this picture, right? Because they said they have them pink, they see it. So in each of these days, right? One of the Rav Kesavot give the shefa also the Malchut. Okay, because there's a female part. Malchut is the same as the Shekhinah. מהשבע שקיבל ביום השבת מהבינה, וכן גבורה בשלט ביום ב' עד היסוד שלט ביום השישי. So each of these days, the bracha that comes to the day and the day gets blessed, and also the malchut also gets blessed. And usually we know that the blessing comes through malchut anyway. Right. But that's what it is. גם הוא משפיע שפע מלכות ממה שקיבל מהבינה, והמלכות מקבלת שפע המזון אל התחתונים. And then from there, the שפע comes to people down here. And it's not just people. It's not just the whole world. All the world is going to get shefa. So that's the whole concept. So that's why it's so important to keep Shabbat. That's why the Chachamim say that if we hold Klal Israel keep one more Shabbat, there will be Geulah completely. There will be complete Geulah. Why? Because then all the Shefa is going to come complete. Shefa is going to come to this world, and by that world, the world is going to be rectified and be completed, and it will complete Tikkun. That's why the Chachamim say, and that's why it's so important, because each of us, we are participating in this bracha that's coming through the Olamot Shel Tachtonim. So that's how important it is. Okay? ולכן לא ירד המן בשבת כי אז חוזרים העלולים שהם המגסות אל עילתם שהיא הבינה לחזור לתור שלו מחדש. So he says the reason that there's no shefa on Shabbat because these Vav Kesavot, they go back up to get renewed bracha from Shemayim. From where? From the Bina. So that's why on Shabbat you don't get any of it. Okay? So when there is, so the concept is very interesting. Is they are being charged, right? So when like something has no, like a battery doesn't have a charge, cannot function. So they have the lot, right? These Vav Kesavot are being charged
on Shabbat.
On Shabbat, so because they are charged, they cannot give.
Wow.
They cannot give anything. So that's all the concept. That's why there's no on Shabbat you don't receive, right? And that's the whole concept. And many people they make this mistake. They say Shabbat if they close their business, they Chas Shalom. They say Chas Shalom they're not going to make money, and they don't really know. They don't know how important is keeping Shabbat. I know I had one client. I used to, and he's no longer my client, but he used to work on Shabbat. So I told him, look, if you stop working Shabbat, you're going to get the bracha. And I said, you stay with your family. Stay with your family. So I was able, Baruch Hashem, to convince him. So he closed on he was a dentist. He closed his business on Shabbat.
Yeah.
And he told me, Mr. Rafael, you don't believe it. After this, the clients on Friday, after they multiplied. And he got his bracha
on Friday, double man.
Yeah, he got more business on Friday. And on Shabbat, he was with his family.
Wow.
And he still showing Shabbat. Okay, so what this is what you see. You see, it's so important that the person should be showing Shabbat because the bracha comes from Shabbat, and many people don't know it. Many people that they walk downtown, or I'm talking about the many people, we know people that they vote, they don't realize that if they close it, how much they close, they get beracha. Because here it's saying, this is what it's saying. It says the keeping Shabbat gives you all this barachot. So if a person gets a beracha and it's being charged, so the other days are the days that they're supposed to receive beracha. So and they're making it's basically the Sahara is overcoming them, and they can make they can't see it through, and they make this mistake. But that's what he is saying, right? Right. So he says Roma Hashpi'im. So on Shabbat, the Vav Kesavot, they don't give Hashpa'ah. They don't give any beracha. Nothing coming. Just Sunday to Friday, right? וזה מה שלמדנו, שמה שכתוב, ויברך אלוקים את השביעי. And this is what he says, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave bless HaKadosh Baruch Hu on the seventh day. Right? And that's why there was no monk coming on Shabbat. And that's the whole concept, because they were not able to, once they're receiving, as I said again, this analogy, they are being charged on Shabbat. So they have this, so that's why they're not getting beracha. פירוש שכל ברכים דלאלה ותתה ביום שביעי ותניא. לפי שיום השביעי שהוא הבינה היא מקור הברכות. So that's why the Malchut, right, also gets beracha. On each day, right? So the Ampin gets beracha, right? And then simultaneously Malchut gets the beracha. For each day, each of those days. So that's what you get, and where is all this bracha coming from? It's coming from Bina, which is the Yom Shvi'i. And again, if you want to remember this, they say Shabbat is the end Olam Haba. It's like a Ashantion. It's like a sample of Olam Haba, which is Olam Haba equals Bina. That's if you try to relate to it, then it's very easy to understand what's going on here. Okay? So he said, בשביל הבינה שהוא מהכל ברכות לכם בו, עוד כל ברכות עוד עליונים ותחתונים. So all the ברכות עליונים ותחתונים is coming from those 6 days. So people that they work on Shabbat, unfortunately, they're gonna have, maybe they have a lot of money, but in the end they're gonna have problems, because this is proven from other places. And that's why a person should try, if he's able to do it, slowly but surely close his business on Shabbat and try to go to keep Shabbat. There are many Rabbanim that they teach. There are books talks about this. So anybody could observe it. Men, women, young women, young woman, single, married, older people. Men or women can follow this and the Shemit Barach. There will be also a big Necharuach for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because we said, the Gemara says, if all the Klal Yisrael keep Shabbat, right, then there will be Geula right today. Okay, how many more minutes we have here? Because there's other.
It's not limit, he said.
Okay, not limited?
No.
Okay, but so should I continue?
Please continue, yes, of course.
Okay. Right. So he said, נמי, מה שאומר שביום שבת מתברכים כל 6 ימים עליונים. So now, there is another way of looking at it. So that's one aspect, okay? This is there are a couple of aspects of looking at it. One is which is both true. One aspect is, like we just explained, Shabbat is a source of bracha. What's the source of bracha? Because of the fact that Bina gives this bracha to Vav Kesavot. Now there's another aspect that is explained here. It's not already there, but Daniel the Frisch explained it here very nicely in the bottom. If so, מה שאומר שביום שבת מתברכים כל שלוש ימים היונים, הנאמר כי ביום שבת העולם ניזון בשפע רוחני על ידי שכינה. בהיותו מבושת בלבושים דבריות שהם נקראים לבוש שבת. So he says, also another aspect of it is on Shabbat, right? We are talking about Shekhinah now. So one, because all of them, but they are Bina, which is the female aspect of the Chokhmah, right? And we have Shekhinah, which is Malchut, the female aspect of the Rampin. So he says, also these 6 days are being blessed beyond Shabbat. על ידי שכינה בהיותה מלבשת בלבושים דבריות שהם נראים לבוש שבת. That they are being, Shekhinah is being, they're being blessed through Shekhinah, that is being has the clothing of the, in the word of Beriah, right, the Olam Beriah. So they said, לבוש שבת יום טוב, שהשכינה בשם עדיין השפע הרוחני. So still the bracha is, the שפע is רוחני, לכן אין שפע גשמי בשבת אלא שפע רוחני שהוא מזון הנפשות. So he said, the only שפע you get, even though we said there's no שפע for the Vav Kesavot, right? All those of the Zah, which is the 6 sefirot of the Zerampin, but Shekhinah is giving Shefa. Okay, on Shabbat. But how he's giving it Shefa is Ruchani. So that means, that's why we say, if a person prepares himself on Shabbat, he gets a Neshama Yetera. Now, so how do we get a Neshama Yetera? We say that the Neshama Yetera comes from Olam higher than Chokhmah and Bina, come from Arich. It's very high. Now,
Neshama Yetera starts coming from Erev Shabbat, right?
Right.
From Echadurdi and all those.
Right. The first time we said that's why we have it. We have to accept. We said this.
We need to accept. We can accept it.
Yes. When we accept it, we can also accept it when you could accept it earlier too. But
when we accept
Shabbat
Shabbat earlier,
right.
Is that when Neshama Yetera is coming?
Right.
Wow. Somebody was suggesting that Neshama Yetera could come as early as Monday. That doesn't make sense.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's incorrect. Okay.
The Neshama Yetera, we are talking about this Neshama Yetera. It comes for a person to learn Torah, and that's why here, if you see, what he's saying is Shekhinah. We said on the Vav Kesavot that cannot give no bracha at all. Right? But Shekhinah, which is Malchut, he could. So what it gives only, it gives the Shefa Ruchani. Only spiritual blessings, right? So that's what I'm trying to get at. So if a person prepares himself for learning Torah, learning Torah, if prepare himself a little bit before Shabbat, and then has more time to learn Torah on Shabbat, and does it with the goes to mikvah and does it Kibbush Tahara on Shabbat, he can learn a lot of Torah because he has a Seder Ishmael, and he gets a better Neshama Yetera. Depending how you prepare yourself, that's how you get it. So on Shabbat, then you can learn a lot of Torah, and that's the Shefa Ruchon is talking about here. Okay? Because you don't get, there's no mazon, there's no gashmiut here. You just, that's what you get.
Limud Torah on Shabbat is 1,000 times more than weekdays? Is it
exactly.
1,000 or more than 1,000?
Depending if you learn Peshat or Sod.
Yes, so for Peshat is 1,000. For Sod is how much?
It's much more. I don't, there are different opinions.
Harab said 1 hour of zohar learning on Shabbat is equal to 7 years of weekday.
Possible. There are different opinions. There's a different opinions about it. So
7 years.
Okay, and how valuable is sleeping on Shabbos?
Sleeping,
They don't say
yeah, sleeping you need to is oneg.
it's
Oneg, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to have oneg Shabbat, so you have to sleep, right? So depend on the person. Like so for the people, depend on the person. If the person is only to learn Torah, so that's also oneg. So sleeping
enjoyment.
right? So sleeping is not oneg for him. You see, so depends how you look at it.
Right.
If honestly it's Torah you can, but it's good now, especially they say people that they don't have chance to learn so much Torah during the weekday. On Shabbat you have the whole day to learn. You have it because you don't work on Shabbat, so you could sit down and put your time and you could focus on learn Torah and
Some people sleep the whole day. That's not good.
that's not good at all. For sure. That's
No, I heard you actually get a higher place in Olam Haba if you sleep all day than if you go to shul and you talk during Torah reading.
okay. So again, it's not just Shabbat every day. Like that. A person, if he knows he's not going to overcome his Sahara, he should do something else. He has to find a way to fight his Sahara, you know. I mean, don't sit by the person that you know he's going to talk to you. Go somewhere, go get secluded, go somebody that you know that the guy is not going to talk, sit by that person. That's what it is. Somehow you have to do what we call taqulot. Find a way to overcome yourself. Okay, so that's what it is, right? לכן אין שפע גשמי בשבת אלא שפע רוחני שהוא מזון הנפשות. Right? So you get from Shekhinah, you get only mazon for neshamot or nefashot. ובימי חול העולם ניזון על ידי מלאך מתת, שהוא שר היסידות שישב בשושי ימי החול. So the malach is called malach matat, which they say is Chanuch, that Chanuch when he went up, is that malach. They say Chanuch was a malach, he came down, became Chanuch, then Hashem took him in the celebration. She talks about it that Hashem took him while he was alive, he went up to Shomayim straight. And that malach become called Matat.
Oh,
you can't pronounce his name because it's a long one. That's why I abbreviated it. But the name of this malach is very long.
Metatron.
Yeah, you shouldn't say it.
You shouldn't say it. Right?
Yeah. So you say Matat, right? He's Sarah Hesira, and from him we get Shifa throughout the weekdays, right? והשפע הגשמי יורד בלבוש היסידה הקרוב אל עשייה. And this Shefa come to the עולם עשייה, which we are in it. וכל ששת ימי של מתת יורים בשבת מהשכינה מזון לפני. And all those 6 days, they get also from Shekhinah what Madon Rochani. So this is how it works. From Bob Kesavot of the Zerampin, they get Shefa from Bina. Then from Shefa they get the Bina, they give it to what? The simultaneously give it to Malchut. Malchut is getting it, give it back, give it to us through Matat, Malach Matat, through the 6 days. So that's how Hashem set the whole thing up. So there's a Malach Matat that is in charge of this world during the 6 days, and on Shabbat is Bina, which is very behind, and it's different. That's why we are in different time zone. We are in different world on Shabbat. But in the 6 days, the world is being supervised and fed by this Malach. And how does he get it? He gets it from the Shekhinah. And that's why it works. That's the whole right. וידם מתעבה ומתקשר השפע כדי להשפיע לתחתונים איש ביום שפע הגשמי. And through that, every person gets a shefa. And then it's not just Jewish people, but the whole world. It's going to get it. So The Goyim don't know about this, right? But if they have no idea that there will not be any anti-Semitism in the world. They have no idea that the whole world is being surviving and being blessed because of Shmirat Shabbat that is done only for Jewish nation. They have no idea about that. And if they would have known, they would be so thankful to Jewish people, and they wouldn't go around be a Jew hater or whatever, or kill the Jewish for no reason.
No, they do that because the Jewish people aren't doing what they need to do. It's to wake the Jewish people up
Right,
for their own good.
But they have a hatred for no reason.
But it comes from Hashem.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, had they known that they are surviving because of us, they wouldn't do any of these things. Because that's what it's saying. We keep Shabbat. Because we keep Shabbat, then this Vav Kasavot, they get blessed from the Bina. Because of the Bina, they get Baracha. Then all the 6 days are getting Baracha, and also Shekhinah also get Baracha, and the whole world is basically surviving and getting fed and gets all this shefa throughout the whole world is through Matat, which is getting Baracha from Shekhinah. Shekhinah is getting from Vav Kasavot, getting it from what? From the Bina. Which is we know the Shabbat. They don't know, and that's what it is. That's why we're having this. If they know, they would find the Jewish people very precious. That's why they say the Hashem time of Mashiach. A lot of Goyim are going to be assisting Jewish people. That's what's going to be in the end. That's what's going to happen, right? Because they realize at that time, and they become the assistant. Okay. Now, I'm just going to finish with this part of it. Here it says, what do you want to do on Shabbat to get us a blessing? So now this is basically, that's how it works. Now this is in our part, what should we do in order to get all this blessing that is coming from the which is through this channel that we talk about. So what do we do here? So the Rabbi Yisrael continues, he said, begin kach. ואותת דאי הוא בדאגו דמנותו מישהו מדיקו של אמונה בהם בני ישראל הקדושים שנשמתו מעונו החסידות נקרא מאמונתו שפירושו אמונה לפי שכל אמונותינו ורבותינו הוא לאין סוף ברוך הוא מתגלה בעשר ספרות החסידות. So he said whoever that had the אמונה, which referring to Jewish people, right? باید לסדר פתורה דתקנה סעודה בליל שבת. צריך לסדר שולחן להכין סעודה בליל שבת. So he has to מסדר השולחן, right? He has to arrange the table, right? In a very special way so the bracha comes to it. So how does it, what should he do? begin להתברך בתורה כל אינון שיטה ימין. כשיתברך שולחנו של כל שיטה ימין על ידי סעודה זו. So by having the Suda, as Rabbi Mahtov last week explained about that the person should have different kind of foods on the table, different foods say different brachos, so it's going to be blessing, right? This is exactly what has to be done. You have to have different kind of delicacies and delicious foods on the table. The Bahu Zimna is the bracha litbarecha kol shita yemei Shabbat. Because of that time, right? It's not just that we are just trying to enjoy it, but that's when you have it like a food, right? The table has different kind of food on the table, right? That has a potential to get out of bracha. Like we know it from like Elisha Navi, when he was hosted by this lady, I think it was Shunamit, right? And they were looking for, they have no food. He said, bring me a keli, bring me some container. So I bless it that there's oil comes in it. So in order for something to get blessed, you have to bring forward a keli, a utensil. So she brought a lot of utensils, and he gave a bracha, and they all get filled with the oil. So the same concept here. So if you want to get bracha, fill your table with a lot of different kelim, different good food, yain, grape juice, different drinks, different food that you like, salad, whatever you can. Fill it up so you get bracha. That's what you say. So that's how you're gonna get bracha, like the bracha that Shana gave to I believe it was Shunammite, and that's how basically what God absorbed the blessing. So by doing this, the whole week you're going to be blessed. הידי שאדם מסדר שולחן לכפות סעודה לשבת, יתברך שולחן לכל יום שבוע. So by the way he arranged his table, that's how he gets blessed. So that's why they say that when, from Rosh Hashanah to Rosh Hashanah, everything is Hakadosh Baruch Hu makes the arrangement how much a person should have, but the other expense the person make for buying a stuff for Shabbat, Yom Tovim, Rosh Chodesh, it's not counted. So that's one of the things is because Hashem gives you, will pay you back for this. So we set it up as colorful as possible. You get it back, that's what it's saying, so you can't get back. על ישדר האדם מסדר שולחנו לכבוד מסעודה לשבת, מתברך שולחנו כל מהשבוע, וברכותיו לא ישתכח בפטרו לקנה. But חס ושלום, if a person come and just have a very שולחן ריק, is empty table, is a problem, right? ועל כך בוא לסדר פטרו בלילה לשבת בנחמה ובזמנה. לכן צריך לסדר שולחנו בלשבת, ולכן מועזון כדי שתחזור ברכה עד שהוא מלא לסדר שישה ימים בשבת ולקבל לשולחן של לחם. So it says it's the same concept of what a person should have it in there, like the same concept of what they used to do in the time of the Beit HaMikdash. They had the lechem panim. It was there, and it was there for the whole week. So right, so it was for the lechem panim. Same concept about the Suda. You want to have on your table food like the lechem panim that they had, and that would be a utensil to get barakah for those 6 days. As we said earlier, that Vav Kesavot, the Zerampin, on Shabbat they have to go back and get again recharged. Okay, so that's why it's like a cycle.
So is it a problem to use disposable utensils because you're gonna throw it away? Like
if you could get a better, the more better utensil you put, the better it is. Some people they cannot, but like some people, like the wives are extremely, they get tired, so there's a heater they give them disposable so they don't wash. Right? So what if you want to do that better, like some disposable utensils, they look like real, they look very fancy.
But you're still throwing it away.
Well, that's fine.
Oh, that's okay. The bracha doesn't go away when you throw it in the garbage?
No. But that's but you want to look, the table looks very fancy.
Yeah.
Right. But some people, usually they say better to have a China place, silver, all those things. But some women cannot clean, I don't know, they have many children, they cannot do this, they bring those kind of plates, is fine too. But as long as it's fancy, make it fancy, so for Kavod Shabbat, that's one concept, right? And then וכיוון שבת בו מנוחה בשולחן ערוך, הרי נתברך ומדותיו לכל ימי שבוע ושוב אין צריך לערוך השולחן לשאר סעודות היום. So that's why so it's very important. He's saying that at night it's very important to have this whole thing. Of course, morning also, but it says from there because it's going to say later on, we're talking about Arich. Arich is going to be the first Suda of Shabbat is coming from the aspect of Arich, which is very high. And same way that the Neshama, the Torah comes from Arich, right? The Shabbat, the Kiddush of the Shabbat that we come and say Kiddush and sit down and eat, that Suda Shabbat represent the Kiddush of the Arich, which is very high. Arich is extremely high, and they say a person, well, sitting on them from somewhere else, on the zohar, it says a person, if he prays and his prayer gets to Arich, right? Because these are the Olamot Elyonim that in Sof is in all of them. And Sof is the light of Hakadosh Baruch Hu, right? It's through all of them, right? So which is called Ein Sof. Arich is very high. So they say if somebody can pray and the prayer gets to Arich, there's no question his prayer gets accepted. There's no question. His prayer, because it's over there, completely chesed. Completely chesed. If he gets there, it gets accepted. That's why they say on the Shabbat, the person should bless his children because the Arif, right? That's what it is. So the prayer gets accepted. That's why they have the bracha of the Nebanim on Shabbat. Person could put in time and do it. It's very good. Bless his children. That's very important. And because of this whole concept. So one last part here, and then we're just going to stop here. So here it says, "Ita b'shari kamanon arab raiti demori shaya choshesh makbid me'od b'zahir le'echol b'shulchan shedad reglaim." Now there's one concept. If a person could do it, right? Get those tables that have four legs. This is very important. Why? Because dugmot shulchan shel beit hamikdash. Because the shulchan beit hamikdash they had four legs. Right? So this is it's very important to have it. והיינו כנזכר לשונו של שולחן ששבת צריך להיות דומה לשולחן של בית המקדש. So שולחן של בית Shabbat should be resembling to what of the בית המקדש, so you should have that. לכן, כמו שבעריכת לחם פנים על שולחן של בית המקדש יורד השפע בישראל, right? כמו כן, על ידי שולחנו של אדם Aruch v'sudar b'lechem wazon v'kol Shabbat yoleh shefat berachot l'chol yimei Shabbat. So it's the same concept that lechem panim. When you had lechem panim, there was some shefat was coming to the 68 because the lechem panim had one of the things was that from that the shefat would come for all Klal Yisrael when they were put in the Beit Hamikdash, right? So it's the same concept. The Beit Hamikdash had they had like four legs, right? And we should say, and the shulchan was coming there, so should we do the same thing? So the shulchan should have four legs if you can, it's possible, and the food also be resemble the shulchan should be Hamikdash, and the food should be resembling of what? The more colorful you sit at the table, it is resembled to lechem panim. That's what it is, and that's how you get bracha for throughout this next 6 days. עוד כתב שם בסוף מנהג מורי לעונה שהוא במקומו בלשבת ומפה פרוסה על שולחן וכל שקדוש ושל ברכות מזון מונח עליו והיה מניח כלשהו טיפות יין בכוס ההוא כדי להשאיר שם ברכות לשבת. So it's a true Shulchan Aruch. He says that his father, right, the Minhag Mori, that he would put on Shabbat, he would leave mapa and some yain. He wouldn't take off the yain there a bit. Not some. I haven't seen this doing it, but he said that just from the Kos Shebaracha, there's like always some yain there. Just leave it there, and also some chatichat lechem, some bread crumbs or whatever. Leave it there. V'hayu manech כל שהוא טיפה יין בכוס, הוא כדי להשאיר שם ברכות לשבת. So the bracha of Shabbat continues on. So this is, I think, a good minhag. I mean, it's a thing, you just leave it on the corner, don't take it away, just a little bit, on the, like always. You
and then use them, not just throw them away.
Right, tomorrow morning you use them. Yeah.
And obviously
just a tip
it needs to be covered.
Yeah, it has to be covered on it. Right, exactly.
Because overnight we don't want to leave it uncovered.
Right. And then, so that's going to be a little bracha. גם היום משייד בשולחן תחת המפה פרוסה כסף פתיחים ופרורים שפעל לסיבה הנזכר. So you also would leave a little bit, a small piece of bread, right? So in order that there would be bracha on it for the on Shabbat it stays on. So this is the concept of the bracha is said because again it's going to talk about later on that there's going to be the arich is there, and from the arich the bracha goes all the way through. Okay.
zohar.